Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Let us worship the lotus feet of Ram, who is the husband and the consort to the great Sita. Ram and Lakshman were in the forest with Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra was narrating them various stories with different morals, and he, in between, spoke about the history of Tataka. Tataka had lost her husband Sunda, and she had two sons, Subahu and Maricha. Mother, with her two sons, were so much unlike Sumitra with her two sons. Sumitra, the mother, and her two sons, Lakshman and Shatrughna, were engaged in the service of great people, whereas Tataka and her two children, Subahu and Marich, were engaged in activities that would always ensure that people are tortured. The innocent people always bear the brunt of such an uncivilized and a barbaric attitude. Here, while Vishwamitra was giving the life history of Tataka to Ram, Vishwamitra said, Rajyabhara niyuktanam yesha dharmas sanatanaha adharmyam jahi kakutstha dharmohimsyam navidyate. Hey Ram, you need to kill this particular Tataka, for she does not leave any iota of dharma, auspiciousness or righteousness in her. You need to kill her. Ram said, Hey Rishi, this is the first time I am facing, and while I am facing, is it right to kill a woman? Isn't it something which ensures that there is only sin by killing a woman? Why should I kill a woman? Why should I? And this is the first time I am facing somebody. I don't feel that it is the right thing to kill a woman. Ekasmin atra nidhanam prapite dushtakarini bahunam bhavati kshemaha tasyaf punya pradovadaha. Has there been any particular incident in our history wherein people have killed women? That time Vishwamitra, who was an eloquent speaker, said, Hey Ram, yes, there have been two incidents. I shall tell you the first one. The first one is with respect to the daughter of Virochan. Hiranyakashipu's son was Prahlad, and Prahlad's grandson was Bali Chakravarti. Prahlad's son and Bali's father was another king called Virochan. Virochan had a daughter called as Manthara. She wanted to destroy this earth because she thought it was this earth, Bhumi Devi was the one who went and sought the help of Lord Vishnu and got one of her ancestors called as Hiranyaksh killed. So she wanted to take revenge on this mother earth, and she wanted to destroy this earth to ensure that there is only good and welfare for people, and to ensure that criminals are taken away from the scene. Indra, he killed this particular daughter of Virochan called as Manthara. So, Vishwamitra thereby, by narrating this incident, told Ram, Hey Ram, the god of gods called Indra himself killed a lady called as Manthara. So, this is the first incident I am telling you, Ram. Shruyate hi pura shakraha virochaina sutam nrupa prithuvim hantumichanti mantharam abhyasudayat. So this is the first incident. Then he says, I'll give you another incident here, Ram. Bhrigu's wife, who is also the mother to Shukra. Shukracharya, one of the 9 planets, is called as Kavyakhyata. Since this Bhrigu's wife was the mother to Kavyakhyata, she was called as Kavyamata. Bhrigu's wife wanted to bring an end to the Devas by deceitfully killing them all and their mothers. Hence, Vishnu killed her. So, Bhrigu's wife, also Shukra's mother, was killed by Vishnu. Hence, Vishwamitra cites this as the second example. Vishnunachaf purarama bhrigupatni pativrata anidram lokamichanti kavyamata nishudita. Then Ram said, though you have given me these two incidents, hey Vishwamitra, is it still right on our part to kill a woman? That time Ram said, hey Vishwamitra, but I have 3 reasons to kill her. Vishwamitra said, "Hey Ram, all this while you were telling that you will not be able to kill this woman, you were trying to tell that she is a woman and she should not be killed, and now you are saying that there are 3 reasons for which you cite saying that you can kill her. What are these 3 reasons?" Ram says, the first reason, "Hey Maharishi, go brahmana hitarthaya deshasya cha hitaya cha tava chaiva prameyasya vachanam kartumudhyataha." To bring welfare to the cows. When they say pashuhu, pashu in Sanskrit doesn't mean only the cow. It means those animals which have 4 legs. So he says, to bring welfare to the animals and to bring welfare to the Brahmins, I need to kill. This is what Dharma Shastras say. Because it was believed in those days that Brahmanas were those class of people who would always think welfare for this world, who would not interfere with others' lives. Now comes the question, if a Brahmin does that, he ceases to be a Brahmin. So, to bring welfare to this world and to ensure that there is welfare to the animals, which is the fauna, to the flora, which is the environment around us, and to Brahmins, I will kill her. This is what the Dharma Shastras say. When we say, Swastif prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha go brahmanebhyah shubham astu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let the world be happy. And to ensure that there is happiness in the world, I need to annihilate the evil forces. Hence, I will kill her. This is the first reason he cites. The second reason he says, Hey Vishwamitra, Dharma Shastras say, Matradevo bhava, Pitradevo bhava. The mother is your God. Father is your God. My father, King Dasharath, sent me to the forest with the hope that I would follow every word of yours. If I would disobey you, it means that I am disobeying my father. And if I would disobey my father, why is this incarnation after all? Hence, I would follow your words. Vachanam kaushikasyeti kartam avishankaya. These were the words of my father when he said, Vachanam kaushikasyeti kartavyam avishankaya. Hey Ram, follow every word of Vishwamitra. Adhere to what he says. Do not fall astray. These were the commanding words of my father. Hence, I need to follow you. The third reason, hey Vishwamitra, you yourself, you are an exponent in Vedas and you have been contemplating on the Supreme Personality of Godhead all this time. And if I disrespect your words, I mean, when I say that I will not follow what you say, I actually try moving away from the path of Vedas by not following you. So for all these 3 reasons, hey Vishwamitra, I'll kill her. Vishwamitra says, hey Ram, I have got a better reason for you. You said that you will not be killing a woman at any cost. Listen, she is first of all not a woman. Ram was startled. All this while I was saying and justifying that she is a woman, and you were agreeing to what I said, and suddenly you are saying that she is not a woman. Vishwamitra said, yes, she is not a woman. Ram said, justify, hey Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra said, a woman is one who is a personification of all binding affection, incessant love and great care. When she is the one who has been destroying the newly born fetuses, newly born children, how can you ever say that she is the personification of all affection? When she has lost all the affection towards children who have committed no crime against her, she ceases to be a woman. She might still have the identification marks of a woman, but yet the intrinsic and the inherent quality of a woman is lost in her, and she ceases to be a woman. And justice should prevail whether it is a man or woman. So what if she is a woman? Yet she still commits crime, and to the criminal there should be no kind of mercy which is generated saying that he is a man or a woman. Hence she needs to be killed. Interestingly, the Tamil poet who has co-created and recreated this entire version of Ramayana in Tamil says, it seems Tataka was so huge. To say that a particular object is huge, you need to bring an analogy. He says, a huge elephant, when it is killed and stripped of all the flesh, All that remains is its skeleton. Imagine thousands such elephants are killed and stripped off of their flesh and blood. So you have 1,000 skeletons. You take a huge rope, bind each one of these skeletons and make a garland out of it. You can't imagine to how many miles and kilometers this garland would stretch. This Tataka, the wife of Sunda, mother to Marich and Subahu, daughter of Suketu, was wearing that particular garland made of those 1,000 skeletons of elephants, and it seems the garland was reaching only her navel. So imagine to how many kilometers would have been the height of that particular ogress. Well, this is a description which is given to us not to say that Tataka was so huge. It is to tell us that she was none but a poacher. She had killed 1,000 elephants, so many fetuses, and she had performed all those acts which were against the Rajya Dharmam or administration. Will we in our country leave away poaching? Will we say that poaching is right? If poaching is wrong, the person who has done that particular act has also committed an evil act. So that person has to be punished. Ram, who was a representative of the administrator Dasharath, was performing his duty, and hence an accusation which has been posed by many people who believe that Ram was not flawless but was a person with many flaws, say that he had killed a woman. So killing a woman will be a crime if she was killed without any justice, whereas Ram ensured that there was lot of justice done to her after having examined her case in the court of Vishwamitra and then gave justice to her. This was no act where Ram was trying to prove that he was a coward. This was no act where he was trying to tell people that he will punish women. This was no act where he was trying to tell that male is always superior to the female. This is nothing but a simple act where an administrative representative was always trying to annihilate the evil forces in his country. So Tataka's death should remind us as to how justful Ram was and how justful Vishwamitra was in facilitating Ram to annihilate the evil forces. Now that Tataka was standing right before Ram, Ram took an arrow from his quiver, fitted in his bow, and shot that particular arrow. This was the first test to the Tamil poet Kamban, who says, it seems the arrow that went from the bow of Ram went at the speed at which the words would come incessantly from a person's mouth even without his control. That hit the diamond-like body of Tataka, who was as strong as the mountain of diamond. It pierced through her chest, came out from the back, and still went further, like how a good person, a person who always lives by values and virtues in his life, calls a person who does not live by any of it and says, you need to live like this, you should not live like that. And at the speed at which this person would taken from this ear and let out in the other ear, it seems the arrow went at that particular speed. All this is just to tell how great our poets were in trying to describe little scenes like this. Tataka was killed. She fell, and by falling, she fell on so many trees, killing so many animals, but Vishwamitra thought, at least now, today, there has been an end to her, and the rishis in the forest can live happily, and so can the animals. So, this way, Tataka's death was bought by Ram. Let's see in the next episode as to what happened and how did the Yajna Samrakshan, the protection of the sacrifice, take place. Along with, we also need to see what kind of further stories Vishwamitra narrated to Ram and Lakshman. Thank you.